How's it going, everybody? Wild Man Wes here.
I'm Hefe.
And welcome to What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas, where we review 24 beers from the Iowa Craft Beer Tent Advent Beer Calendar, and we decide whether or not they make the naughty or the nice list. If this is your first time being on this channel and seeing what we do, welcome, and we hope that you enjoy what you see and you stick around for more content. Hefe, we had a really good beer yesterday.
Oh my god.
And
yeah,
I'm hoping today is just as great. Let's pop this open.
Well, the hope is always that it's a great beer, right? So we're going on day 13.
We got another big tall can. And day 13, it could be lucky or unlucky. What do we got? Allerton Brewing Company from Independence, Iowa. Winter Quarters Spiced Ale. Christmassy beer.
Christmassy beer.
Okay, I do have to preface this because I've talked about it a little bit on some of the earlier episodes. The Advent Beer Calendar through Iowa Craft Beer Tent has been kind of back and forth. We have had some Christmassy beers and we've had some that aren't so Christmassy, but most of them been very, very good. I know on my end, none of them have made the naughty list yet, other than the really nice naughty, but not the naughty naughty. And hopefully this one is not. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we're on a good track so far.
It's 5.3% ABV.
Yeah, and it's really not giving anything too crazy. It says mulling spices reveal their artistry as this symphony of allspice, cinnamon, clove, and orange peel elegantly melds with the malt. So that's Christmas. Those are all Christmas flavors.
Seeing that mulling spices, I think of something like mulled wine, things that you get at like Chris Kindle Market. Are we? Is this
No, I'm asking. If it's like mulled wine, I'm just
warm
curious.
beer.
I mean,
save that for your Anheuser-Busch.
Wow, that's a lot lighter than I expected.
Oh,
like an amber.
Yeah, let me see your glass. This looks nice already. I mean, seeing the head, there's not really any head consistency on this one.
Lack of carbonation worries me.
Yeah, it could be the mulled spices maybe dissipating it a little bit. It smells like a mulled wine. It smells delicious. Yeah. It smells delicious. Taste-wise,
almost cider-like. Honestly, like a spiced cider.
Yeah. The orange peel, I'm getting more on the drive-by. Cinnamon.
It smells like a mead. Like I'm giving it a good swish, and I'm getting no carbonation here.
Well, I'm hoping,
a little bit.
I'm hoping
a little bit.
I'm hoping the flavor backbone saves it.
All right,
here we go. Cheers. I jinxed it.
He did. He literally jinxed it, saying that he's never had a naughty beer on this list.
God.
It's like it has so much potential. I'm not kidding. If the carbonation was in this beer, I'm telling you right now, it would have saved it.
Hefe, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Allerton Brewing Company. This is the first time on this channel. I'm sure you do some pretty good beers. This one, I don't know what it was. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but when I think mulled wine, stick to mulled wine.
Dude, that's just it. It's like you literally could have put this in a crock pot, heated it up, served it with a cinnamon stick, and it would have been fine.
Maybe we should have warmed it up.
And I'm telling you, that probably would have made this a more enjoyable experience, because as a cold beer, this is not it. I don't
like knocking breweries. I don't like knocking beers. I like to...
Look, I'm giving this a hell of a whirlpool. No carbonation. At all. It's a really light malt liquor.
I'll have a blue Christmas
without you, or with you, really.
Yeah.
I'll be so blue.
Times like this.
It's Christmas because I drank you.
Hefe, times like this, I miss Headless Horseman.
Don't say that. Don't say that. No, that was rude. That was rude. And
I'm battling seasonal depression right now.
No. Look. That beer made absolutely no sense being there in the first place.
No,
it made no sense. This beer makes sense to be here. I understand where you're coming from, but how in the heck do you screw up the carbonation on that so bad?
It smells good.
It makes the body so thin, like it's literally just like a mixed beverage in a can. And now, if that's what you were selling, great. But if you're advertising yourself as a beer, as a winter quarter spiced ale, give me some carbonation, give me some body. It's just, it's liquid Christmas flavor, and there's no, it's just, there's nothing else on the palate except for just wet flavor. And that's what it is. It's just like, it's flavored water. That's what that tastes like. It tastes like flavored water.
We could go on and on about this, however, we are...
I feel bad.
No, don't, dude. Don't at all. We are on the second half of this series, and we promised you movie reviews. There were some that were filmed already. Hefe, I'm going to have to take a quick commercial break and head back to Iowa, because Becca's waiting for me for a movie review. But I will be back, and we will drink more beers soon, okay? I'll be back.
We have now officially moved on to the second half with the holiday movies and specials portions of this series. Becca, I am so glad you're feeling better after that IPA.
You know, I just can't do it.
Hey,
I made an effort.
you are a good sport. Which brings us to our first review, and it is a TV special. When I say a good sport, there's only one good sport when it comes to holiday specials, and that is Charlie Brown. However, we have done the original Charlie Brown Christmas way back. Today we're going to be talking about 1992's follow-up, It's Christmastime Again, Charlie Brown. Now, to preface, the original Charlie Brown Christmas was a full-length, to a degree, TV special with one topic of Charlie Brown getting a treat. In this situation, this Christmas special is more or less vignettes or almost based on comic book strips, where it starts off Charlie Brown is trying to sell wreaths for Christmas, even though it's not even Thanksgiving and he's failing. And then we move on into getting close to Christmas break, where Peppermint Patty and Marcy are talking about a book report that they have to do, and eventually Peppermint Patty decides she is gonna just take her sweet time, and now it's Christmas break. Now she's got 2 books to deal with. But wait, there's more. During the Christmas break, there is a Christmas play where the kids are involved in. Peppermint Patty thinks she's going to get the role of Mary in the nativity play, and little does she know, the teacher already asked Marcy to play Mary. And as that is happening, Sally is cast as the angel with one word, one line, hark. And she keeps practicing and practicing and practicing until she gets it right. And at the moment that the play is performed...
Hockey stick!
Hockey stick. All because she was practicing her line while Charlie Brown was cleaning a hockey stick. And we gotta backtrack a little bit. Peppermint Patty gets cast as a sheep, and she doesn't know her line, she doesn't know her motivation, and while Marcy is performing all of her part as Mary, Peppermint Patty is just buying all the way. There is another little segment where Charlie Brown is trying to get a Christmas present for his girlfriend, Peggy Jean, and he wants to buy her a pair of gloves. He doesn't have the money. He sells his entire comic book collection, sees her before he can buy the gloves, and she already got some at the store while shopping with her mother. He already bought the gloves anyways, and he gave them to Snoopy. That is pretty much the special in a nutshell. Now it's time to talk about what we like and what we don't like about this TV special. Let's talk about what we don't like first. Becca, how about we start with you?
I felt like it had a lot going on. Like, definitely felt more of like a 15-minute little cartoon show, but just stacked and stacked and stacked, and it almost felt like it was going to come around at some point to where it all was put together, and it was not. So that was a little disappointing, I guess, on my end.
No, and I agree with you on that, because when we were talking about it at the beginning of this second half of this episode, the original Charlie Brown cartoon special was from point A to point B. In this special, it went from like point A to point B to point Z to point C to point D to bada 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 bada, and oh no, I've gone cross-high.
They must have forgot their alphabets.
Something like that. Because as much as I love the Peanuts comic book strip, which as Becca mentioned, it feels more like they just took a lot of clips from the comic book strips and put them in a special. This one feels like they didn't know what to do with it. They didn't have a fresh story, especially due to the fact that the original one was in the 60s and then it's almost 30 years later. And they just said, well, let's just throw a bunch of things together and make it work. And not just that, as I mentioned, I am a diehard Peanuts and Charlie Brown fan. And when the segment of Charlie Brown talking about his girlfriend Peggy Jean, I sat there asking myself, even as a kid, way back when, what about Heather? What about the little red-haired girl? What happened to her? After that first kiss, did they just forget about her?
It must have been an awkward kiss.
Either that or it was just a completely different universe. I don't know. It boggles my mind. Okay, before I get into a lot of trouble with the Schultz estate about saying bad things, let's talk about the good things. Is there anything that you liked about this?
I mean, it's still Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown just brings back that fuzzy feeling of holidays with the family. I'll be real honest, I always thought it was about Snoopy when I was a kid. We didn't do a whole lot with Peanuts, but I remember vividly watching Snoopy come home, so I thought that the entire show was about Snoopy.
No, and I agree with you on that, because a lot of cartoons tend to have the situation where one character eventually becomes the fan favorite that isn't the lead, and it becomes more about them. A big example of this would be when they did an animated series of the Ghostbusters movies, where Slimer became one of like the big hit characters, where eventually it went from the real Ghostbusters, sorry Filmation, but I will say Filmation was the first, they went to Slimer and the real Ghostbusters. So that tracks. One thing that I really do appreciate that the Peanuts series has done and has withstood the test of time is social commentary, especially when it comes to consumerism. In the beginning, where Charlie Brown is trying to sell Christmas wreaths and he's having a bad time with it, he brings Sally in to try to help him a little bit, and she starts saying things like, these wreaths were made in the hills and the woods of Lebanon, and if you buy them now, you'll get the Book of King Solomon, and that's lying. Well, lying helps sell things nowadays, and unfortunately that's true in some degree.
Yeah. But I think it's hilarious how Sally went back to the next house and was just like, do you want a piece of crap my brother put together?
Yeah. So it's, do you want the lie or the truth?
Truth or a bad lie, your choice.
Well, it is time to grade this special. Becca, since you've been away for a little bit, what do you say?
This is a tough one because I want to give it a good grade. Because it's Snoopy.
And everybody else. Snoopy and the gang.
Snoopy and all of his friends or whatever. But honestly, I think I'm going to go with a C-, just because it did not feel put together. I guess my ADHD brain was like, huh?
And my ADHD brain definitely is a little bit more on par than hers in a moment like this. However, I am in the same boat with her. I can't say unanimous on this. I'm going to be a little bit more lenient. I'm going to give this a solid C, because a lot of that social commentary did help make me laugh, and it's very much without having to do callback lines or something along the lines of MST3K and all that situation. Well, we hope you enjoyed this episode of What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas with the Beer and the review on It's Christmastime Again, Charlie Brown. If you've had the beer and watched this special and you agree with us, leave a thumbs up. And if not, we understand. If there's things that you didn't like about it that we liked, or liked that we didn't like, put it in the comment section below. Other than that, make sure you share on social media, but most importantly, push that subscribe button and ring the bell for instant notifications. We are so close to hitting our end of year goal, and every bit counts. And of all of you that have been subscribing and following and watching us, we thank you, we love you, and we hope to see you on the next episode. Apart from that, also make sure you check out our boy Hefe at Beer You Beer Me, as well as Beard Wizard Man for all their beer related content. Until then, I'm Wild Man Wes.
I'm Rebecca.
And we will see you next time on What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas. Take care.